As Warren said, I'm Sarah. I work at the Northern General in Sheffield. So I'm just going to do just a quick few slides on the training routes in GI physiology. I'm sure everyone's ready to go and get something to eat, so I won't keep you long. So we've got the well-established STP programme, which has now been running for numerous years. The more recent accredited scientific practice programmes, which have come in just over the last year or so. And then for those that are wanting to sort of specialise further and take the training further, there's the HSST programme as well. There's equivalence routes available for already accredited GI physiologists who wish to become clinical scientists or consultant clinical scientists. And equivalence can be completed through the academy. And the individual modules for the SDP and the ASP programs are available as CPD modules as well. So the scientist training programme is available to direct and in-service entry applicants. So those wishing to apply should have a first or a 2-1 in an appropriate science degree. And some research experience is desirable as well. So there's 2 elements to the programme, the work-based training element and the academic master's programme, which is a part-time master's degree over the 3-year period through Newcastle University. So it's a 3 years fixed term contract, and training consists of 4 work-based rotations, 1 in GI physiology, 1 in urodynamics, 1 in clinical assessment and investigation, and then a further rotation in either respiratory or cardiac physiology. There's also the specialist training element, so upper and lower GI physiology, and they have an opportunity to complete an elective placement of their choice. So the STP programme gives the students an opportunity for a broader experience in the healthcare setting. So at the moment the programme is funded fully by Health Education England, so it's a really good opportunity to get into. And on completion you'll achieve a Master's in Clinical Science, and you'll be eligible to register as a clinical scientist with the HCPC. And applications for the SDP open in January, so anyone interested in that would have to wait sort of till next January now for the next intake. So the newer programme that we have is the accredited scientific programme. So these are a new form of training designed to help employers meet the training needs of the workforce. And they take on the form of bespoke, responsive short courses, and they use curriculum content that's already available through the national school. So it's proven content that we know works. So accredited scientific practice is really designed for the likes of nurses and healthcare professionals who are already working within the healthcare profession in sort of the GI field, but that have not done any formalised training yet in the specialist areas. So at the moment, these courses have to be funded by the employer or by the individual themselves. And there's approved ASP programmes already available for GI physiology at STP level. So the modules available include Introduction to GI, so that covers your breath testing, upper GI physiology and lower GI physiology, and you can access any combination of those modules. You can propose further ASP, so if you work in a research-heavy department, it would obviously be handy to add in a research module to whichever of the modules that you're picking up. And on completion of the course, you're issued a certificate by the national school, and you're eligible for registration with the academy. So the applications for the ASP programme are open until the 30th of April, so they need to be received by then if you want to start the programme in the September of the same year. So this is just an example of one of the programme specifications that you can access through the National School website. So this is available on the website. So this is just showing you the upper GI physiology programme spec. So here they've picked up the intro to GI and the upper GI modules, and that amounts to 40 credits. Anyone doing this programme would have to complete 4 stations at the OSFAs, just like the STPs do, but they just do the specific ones to the modules that they're picking up. And then here's the lower GI spec, one of the programme specs that you can pick up. So this would be suited to, say, someone who was working in a pelvic floor department, or a colorectal nurse who just specifically wanted to train in lower GI physiology techniques. Finally, we've got the higher specialist scientific training. So this is for those who are wanting to take the training even further and to qualify at consultant level. So it's a 5-year programme, and it's available to those who are already registered and experienced as a clinical scientist. Like with the other courses, there's a work-based training element and an academic component. And the academic component is delivered by the Manchester Academy. For this particular course, the academic tuition fees are funded for by the Health Education England. And the academic component is composed of 3 sort of main modules. So your leadership modules, your specialist clinical programme for your particular specialism, and there's a research development and innovation module. So the applications are open on the 25th of March through the online application site. We've not had anyone come through the full programme yet for GI, but there is someone here today who's in their first year of training, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind having a chat with a few of you if anybody's interested. Laura's just sat over there. Hey. Sorry, Laura. And on completion, obviously, you would be eligible to work as a consultant clinical scientist. There's lots of information available on the National School website, so information about the curriculum, programme delivery, and so on. There's absolutely loads of documents on there. So I just put in 2 slides about accreditation, but I know Tanya is doing a breakout session on accreditation, so I'll not sort of go into that too much. But so for the likes of the STP students, if they've not had any experience in GI before, once they've completed their first year of training, they're eligible to apply as for membership as an associate member. And then once we've completed the course, they can then apply to be an independent practitioner. And there's a range of benefits of being a member of AGIP and the BSG. So information and access to upcoming courses and meetings, opportunities to access bursaries, access to the e-newsletter, and information on best practice updates. And that's just a couple of information sources there that are really useful, and I've got lots of good documents and FAQs. And that's it. Thank you.
Thanks very much.